banana.
Thank you.
You want to?
You guys want? Sure. I really.
Wait, only.
Island is the one जहाँ पे halal खाना फैमिली आएगी तो मेरे पास Coming, chalo, let's take picture. Yes. कैसे सेट करें थोड़ा?
This wonderful occasion for my mom's 50th birthday. This occasion wouldn't be as special without all of you, so thank you for everyone, especially those that have traveled to come to this event for us. First up, I'd like to give it to my dad, who would like to say a few words for my mom.
Hello everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you here for tonight's event. Khamosh ho jao. Khamosh. Okay, it's my pleasure to welcome you here as we are here to celebrate Shahnaz's 20th birthday. Well, it's 30th anniversary of 20th birthday anyway. Shahnaz, it's really easy for me to remember your birthday, as all other husbands here present will agree with me. You can never forget your wife's birthday. A wise man once said that easiest way to remember your wife's birthday is to forget it once. She will make sure you will remember it for the rest of your life. Shahnaz, actually I do remember your 20th birthday as well, because that happened in the year we got married. We got married in March '89 and her birthday was later that year. And like any young newlywed, I wanted to impress her that I'm a romantic guy. So I chose a romantic song and I said, let's try. So I went to her and I sang that famous Nusrat Fateh Ali song, "Ye mere rush ke kamar, tune pehli nazar se milai." Maza aa gaya. I'm singing and I'm thinking that I'm making profound impact. I look at her and I see change in her expression from a baffled one to a confused one and finally very concerned. And she comes to me and says, "Is there something wrong with your back?" Meri kamar, कहती क्यों चिल्ला रहे हो? Needless to say, that was the end of my singing career. But I know, Shahnaz, that I got someone who has always my back. Shahnaz, Shahnaz, today is a chance for me to say proudly how fortunate I feel that you are in my life. Along with your utmost love and support, you have always provided us immense joy and purpose to my life, the life of all in our family. So I appreciate that. Your motto in the life, Shahnaz, has always been to give everything without expecting anything in return. So I have learned from you to how to forgive and forget, how to ignore the naysayers and doubters and keep doing the right thing. And above all, to remember every human being with their positive attributes only. So I appreciate that. Everyone who knows her knows that she is very resourceful, caring and loving. A bit of health nut lately, but always, nevertheless, devoted towards friends and family. So Shahnaz, you have always been with us. You have always supported me throughout these 30 years of our marriage. So I appreciate that. Someone said that an ideal husband is someone who remembers his wife's birthday, but never remembers her age. For me, Shahnaz, you've always been that 20-year-old who I married in 1989. Who thought that there was something wrong in my back, and I was screaming, "Meri Kamar, Meri Kamar." Well, happy birthday, and may next 50 be even better than the first. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. And before I begin, I just wanted to let you all know that for this speech, my mom wanted to give me a little bit of advice before I started. She said, "Zishan, don't try and be funny, don't try and be witty, don't try and be an intellectual, just be yourself." Thanks for the vote of confidence, Mom. I just wanted to say congratulations and happy 50th birthday to my mom. Turning 50 means you turn 1 year older. But it also means you turn 1 year wiser. For example, when my mom and dad first met, my mom filled a glass of water and it began to overflow. When my dad jumped up and asked, "What are you doing?" she calmly replied, "Giving 110%. Nowadays, my mom always gives closer to 150%. My mom can also outwit our family doctor over here. Just the other day, my sister told my mom, "Now that you're turning 50, you should go out more, get some exercise and fresh air." So my mom, ever the witty one, replied, "Okay, I'll just lower the window when I'm driving home from now on." Now, birthdays are not unusual. Everybody has them at the same rate as everybody else, once a year. But Not everybody is my mom. Shahnaz Kabani, you are unique. You are someone who always is deeply concerned about the well-being of everybody around you, even at the cost of your own comfort. And for that, I truly appreciate you, and because without your support, I wouldn't be who I am today. Reaching the 50th birthday is a huge milestone and a huge achievement. So we love you, and thank you for all that you've done for us.
Thanks, Ishan. So, of course, you know, I'm a little camera shy, and a little mic shy. But I came up with a few words for my mom. Mom, you've been there for me my entire life. There will never be enough words to convey how deeply grateful I am that I have a mom as wonderful as you. But I can start with, I love you very much. For those that don't know, my mom has many skills. She's loving, supporting, but is also known to be our official family navigator. You see, my mom has a knack for knowing the streets of LA better than anyone, including the GPS. It's specifically funny when my dad is driving and she's sitting in the passenger seat and navigating him. Once when I was traveling with them, the GPS said to take a left turn, and my mom said, no, take a right. So my dad, being the wise man that he is, listened to my mom and took that right turn. Next, when the GPS said to take a right turn, my mom once again stepped in and told my dad to take a left turn. My dad was obviously following my mom's instructions over the GPS. At the next turn, when the GPS told my dad to turn left, and my dad still listened to my mom over the GPS, I swear I heard the GPS say, "Fine, just listen to her, don't even ask me anymore." My mom is one of the nicest people, but don't let that fool you. She can also be really tough when she needs to be. When we were in Pakistan, we were walking through the streets and we found ourselves surrounded by street vendors. All of them were Afghanis who had boards with balloons on them, asking us to take shots with a rifle and pay them money. My mom, being the adventurous woman that she is, wanted to give it a shot. She picked up the rifle and assumed the Clint Eastwood type of position. As she aimed, she was able to shoot the balloon and fire, and we could hear the gun clicking, but we couldn't see where the bullet hit. After a few seconds, at about a 180-degree angle, and I'm not making this up, we saw a glass window of an abandoned building being shattered. By that time, there were about 100 different vendors gathered around in hopes that we would pay them and play their game for money as well. As my mom picked up the rifle to prepare for the second shot, we heard the vendors start whispering amongst themselves nervously. Before my mom could get that second shot off, they all started running away. We were all surprised and wondered what had happened. My dad grabbed one of the slower vendors who had not managed to escape and asked him what was going on and why they were running away. He said, "Great Britain couldn't conquer you, the Soviet Union couldn't conquer you, and the United States hasn't been able to defeat you. Why are you running away from a woman with a single rifle?" The old man smiled and looked at my dad and he said, "Sir, when those armies come towards us, we know where the bullets are going to hit and where their bombs are aiming. When this woman shoots, we don't know where she's going to hit and where the damage will be done." And then he ran away as fast as he could. And since then, we all knew, don't ever get on mom's bad side. Happy birthday again to the most influential woman of my life, my beloved mom. You were my everything when I was a kid, and you still are. Your generosity, kindness, and intelligence are something I strive to duplicate. May your day be just as phenomenal as you are, Mom. I love you, and happy birthday. And no Kabani family celebration would be complete without a few words from our Dadajan. So, Dadajan, would you like to say a few words for Mom?
Hello, Shahnaz, congratulations for your 50th celebration of birthday. And we wish and bless you that you may complete another 50 years in near future and enjoy your life completely. And thank you all for your company here.
Big round of applause for Dada John here. And now from the...
Are you having fun? Thank you so much for coming and celebrating with me. I really appreciate that. It really means a lot to me. I love you all. Thank you.
And now I would like to have my mom cut her birthday cake.
ਖਾਣਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਪ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੰਭੂ ਦਾ
I thought you were making a picture. These guys are breaking the
Just say seriousness and discount.
Hey, none of them are sorry. Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you.
जैसे पर्वत पे घटा उठती है, जैसे सागर से लहर उठती है, वैसे किसी जहर में ना रुकती है। जैसे पर्वत पे घटा उठती है, जैसे सागर से लहर रुकती है, वैसे किसी जहर में ना रुकती है। रोक नहीं सकते अपनी नजरों को दुनिया भर की असमें, ना कुछ तेरे बस में चूमी, ना कुछ तेरे बस में। दिल क्या करे जब किसी से किसी को प्यार हो जाए, जाने कहाँ कब किसी से किसी को प्यार हो जाए, किसी को प्यार हो जाए, किसी को प्यार हो जाए। गली में आज चांद निकला, जाने कितने दिनों के बाद। गली में आज चांद निकला, गली में आज चांद निकला, गली में आज चांद निकला। ना हो जिसका कोई मिलने की फरियाद करता है, सलामे इश्क मेरी जान जरा कबूल कर लो, सलामे इश्क मेरी जान जरा कबूल कर लो। तुम हमसे प्यार करने की जरा सी भूल कर लो। मेरा दिल बेचैन है, मेरा दिल बेचैन है, हो सकती मेरा दिल बेचैन है, हो सकती तेरी सलामे इश्क मेरी जान जरा कबूल कर
एक
आके बुझा जा कल की धुना सच्ची हो जाए dancing. We're gonna keep. We're gonna hold.
Everybody